In a recent article in the Economic Times, it has been reported that in today's time, i.e. 2023, 31% of India's people fall in the middle class category, while by the year 2047, this number will increase to 60%. But what is happening in India that the number of middle class is increasing rapidly? From any other country? In fact, friends, in today's time, a lower class person works hard to reach the lower middle class, but after coming to the lower middle class, most of these people get trapped in a trap, due to which they remain in the lower middle class forever and never reach the upper middle class or high class, and this illusion is called middle class trap. But after all, what is this middle class trap, due to which a lower middle class person can never become high class? So friends, the matter is very simple. If you also do not want to waste your whole life by getting trapped in the middle class trap and want to make yourself a part of the high class society in the next 5 to 10 years, then you have to free yourself from the middle class trap mentioned in today's video. So let's start the video without any delay. In our country India, officially a person is considered middle class whose annual income is between 5,000,000 and 30,000,000 rupees. That is, people earning at least 40,000 Indian rupees and less a month come in the lower class. At the same time, people with annual income above Rs 30,000,000 have been kept in the upper class category. So quickly tell in the contract which category you are in right now. So whoever belongs to the lower class, they know very well that he is from the lower class. That is why such people are not ashamed to do small things, because of which they earn a lot of good money. For example, you are a maid working in the house. Imagine someone who easily earns 15 to 20,000 rupees a month by working part-time in 4 to 5 households. Moreover, the expenses of these people are also very low in comparison to the middle class, because they are neither fond of roaming in this work nor are they fond of branded clothes, nor do they spend millions to send their children to the best school in the city, and due to all these reasons, these people earn so much after a few years of hard work. They easily fall into the lower middle class category, after which it starts the game of middle class traps, where some lower class people who have now moved to the lower middle class look at other lower middle class people and try to have a lifestyle similar to them. But what do they know that these people are getting inspired by seeing the lower middle class family? They themselves are ruining their lives by getting trapped in the middle class staff. If you are explaining to the middle class in very simple words, then when a middle class person unknowingly does something wrong with him, why can't he grow and always get stuck in the middle class? We call it middle class trap in common language. What are these traps and how to get out of them? Let's know the trap number 1. Never learning Kian to Van in West Rule. A middle class person works hard day and night to earn money, but when it comes to spending money, the middle class person closes his eyes and starts blowing money. Because at that time he thinks that we have earned money with so much hard work. So should we not even complete our stocks with this money now? How to spend and enjoy or fulfill your hobbies is not wrong at all. But without saving and investing a fixed amount of your income, it is 100% wrong to spend all the money just on the needs and hobbies, because during the emergency, the things taken in the hobby do not work, but the money that you have saved and invested comes in handy. But if you ever made any savings or investment? If not, then it is obvious that at the time of emergency, you will have to borrow from someone else. Because of this, your coming time will be spent in repaying the loan and your growth will stop, and in the same way you will never be able to become a high-class person. So friends, make this rule today that you will save at least 20% of your total income every month, and not only save, but invest it in a good place. Apart from this, if you are fond of taking expensive items, then reduce your needs for it. Save separately. In India, most people do not get any kind of insurance because they or their parents have a bad experience regarding insurance. But believe me friends, today in 2023, things are much better than before. That's why you must at least get your and your family's health insurance, so that whenever you or your family members fall ill, you get treatment. Do not let your lifetime savings end in one stroke. Apart from this, if you are the only earning person in your house, then definitely get your life insurance done so that if something happens to you, then your family does not have financial problems and it does not happen that they come from middle class to lower class. In today's time, loan and credit card companies mostly target middle-class people because they also know very well that the income of a middle-class person is low. But his hobbies are more than the rich, to fulfill which a middle-class person takes a loan or credit card at some point in his lifetime. In fact, most middle-class people have no idea about the KAT20 rule. According to these at 20 rules, a person's expenses should never exceed 80% of his income. But a middle-class person often crosses this limit to fulfill his and his family's wishes. The game begins when the desires are out of control. For example of credit cards and loans. A man named Dinesh earns 50,000 rupees a month according to the middle-class income, but one day his wife demands that he wants a smartphone worth 25 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Now, according to the at 20 rule, Dinesh should spend only 40,000 rupees a month. In such a situation, when Dinesh goes to the mobile shop to get a mobile, the shopkeeper tells him that in an EMI of only 1,500 Indian rupees, he can get a smartphone. Now for Dinesh, who earns 50,000 rupees, how big is it to pay an EMI of 1,500 Indian rupees? That's why Dinesh immediately buys that mobile for his wife, but friends, this is the whole game hidden. As soon as Dinesh realizes that big things can be easily bought on EMI, he starts buying things on EMI one after the other to fulfill his hobbies and similarly without knowing Dinesh loan and get stuck in the trap of a credit card. Because of this, the part of Dinesh's earnings every month, which should have been spent on health and important needs, now goes to EMI. Dinesh is so frustrated that he can never think of doing anything big and remains a middle-class person forever. That's why, friends, promise yourself from today that you will never resort to loans or credit cards to fulfill your or your family's hobbies, but only use these things when there is a very big financial emergency. In today's time, people say very proudly that they are a very big foodie. But once you think to yourself, is having food an achievement of any kind for which pride can be felt? Is it right to spend millions of rupees just in the name of tasty food? No, friends, I am not stopping you from eating here, but I am advising you to do Zomato every second or third day. Stop ordering food from Swiggy and decide that you will order Zomato or Swiggy food only once in 2 weeks and eat home-cooked food for the rest of the day, which will keep both your physical health and financial health good. Eating oily and spicy outside is affecting us a lot. You can understand it only from the fact that today every fourth person in India is overweight. Obesity means obesity. Today, a rapidly spreading disease has become in our country, and diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure are happening to every other person. You should eat more and more home-cooked food because it is good for you both financially and physically. As I already told you, if a person earns Indian rupee 5,000,000 to Indian rupee 30,000,000 a year, then he will be called middle class. Friends, the thing to note here is that if a person earns 50 to 60,000 a month, keeping in mind the middle class income, then that too will be called lower class because 3 to 4 members of his family are dependent on the income of that one person. That is, his earnings increase by 3 to 4 people, and in this condition, it will be difficult for the person to stay in the middle class, let alone the high class. That's why you decide from today that if you have a family of 3 to 4 people, then at least 2 of these people will have to earn money. Whether it is husband or wife or father and son, but I don't know. Many of you will wonder where you will get a job in such an era of inflation. So friends, for your information, let me tell you that in today's time you can learn everything from YouTube, whether it is cake baking or sewing or any other skill. It will take you 3 to 4 months to learn any skill, but at the end the number of people earning money in your house will increase, so that you will be able to shift to high class as soon as possible. You must have seen Asner Grover's video in which he says that if a middle class person has a son, if you want to reach life, education is your passport. But this does not mean that you should overspeed in the name of education. According to this article in the Economic Times, in today's time, the education cost of an Indian child up to 12 is Indian rupee 30,000,000, and after that, if your child graduates from a top course of a big university, then its cost will also be at least Indian rupee 20,000,000. And if you follow today's trend and send your children abroad for masters, then for this you will get 50,000,000 to 1,000,000 rupees you have to spend separately. Now it is obvious that most middle-class people do not have that much money. That is why a middle-class person takes a loan to give the best education to his children. Now friends, if you talk about the solution to this problem, then start depositing money in the name of your child as soon as he is born, so that in the future when you need millions of rupees for his education, you do not have to take a loan. Apart from this, it is not necessary that you teach your children in the city. Okay, send it to the top school. Make a list of all the good schools in the city and then get your children admitted in the school near your house so that transportation and hostel fees can be saved. In today's era, most middle-class people make this mistake, in which they do all the work themselves in order to save a little money. Whether it is fixing the faucet of the house or cooking or washing dishes for exam. Let's say you've got a job away from home. That's why you got a flat there. I have to live alone. Now in this situation, a middle-class person will think that after coming home from work, he will cook food for himself and wash the utensils after cooking so that 3,000 to 4,000 Indian rupees of meds can be saved. But the thinking of a high-class thinking person would be to keep meds for food and utensils so that my time and energy can be saved, and in this free time, he works hard for his future passive income. That is, in this free time, he will learn about new things. At the same time, if he has a hobby, he will also improve it so that he can earn money from hobby in the future. When most people start earning money in a decent amount, their thinking is that I am earning more than the people around me in today's time. On top of that, all my needs are also met in this income, so why should I work harder? Why should I generate money income? So friends, you should not get trapped in this trap at all, where you feel that I am very good. You do not have to be satisfied with your today at all, because once you are satisfied with your today, then the goal of your life will end and you will never be able to become a high-class person. That's why even if you are earning more money than you need, your target should be that your active income becomes very large and passive income is also good, so that you come in the high-class category. It will be very easy for you. If you are 25 or 30 and you do not have any retirement plan yet, then I can say with confidence that if this continues, then you will shift from middle class to lower class by the time you come to your retirement, because by that time inflation will have increased significantly. And yes, at the age of 60, retirement is not called retirement by taking retirement with less money, but a retirement plan should be such that you can earn passive income every month even after retirement. For this, you should start the investment journey from today and at the same time, try some offline business so that even after retirement, you have to earn money for you, so that you have to go to work daily or you have to work as long as you are alive. If you think that your salary should be higher to become a millionaire, then here you are absolutely wrong. In fact, the truth is that to become rich, you have less than your earnings. You have to spend. Big people like Ratan Tata, Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg own billions of rupees, but still these people never roam around wearing branded clothes. Even rich people wear the least branded clothes because they believe that simplicity is the best friends. Adopt the thinking of high-class people and stop running behind branded clothes, shoes, and bags. This will cost you less money and you will have more money in hand, and you can go on the journey of becoming rich in less salary. So these were 10 traps, which you should avoid. If you want to come out of the middle class trap, then friends, the takeaway of this video is right that first of all you have to stop spending money without thinking. Savings and investments have to be made. Stay away from credit cards and loans. At least get your and your family's health insurance done. If you are the only income source in your house, then get your term insurance done and also plan for retirement from now on, and always increase your value by learning new things. Try this highly competitive market. I hope you liked this video. If you have learned anything new from this video, then like this video now, and if you are new to the channel, then you can also subscribe. So I will meet you in a video. Till then, keep reading, keep growing.